Good evening and welcome to the THR Touring Car League. We are here at Silverstone National for this round of Class B. So this, effectively the lower half of the grid. Obviously they have two full lobbies of 16 each, so should produce some fantastic action. The first one to kick our night off is the Register of Football Excellence Ginetta Juniors, and these cars produce some of the closest racing, and we're on a track which promotes close racing, so a good combination, so shall we say, to start. Let's have a look at the 16 drivers before we get into qualifying. Tyler House 97 is here. We have Peaceful Explosion, Lil Trev 82, NJ 83, Louis Matt, Monkey Boy, TSML S313, Ben Felon 97, Holty 009, Gary 131, Little Leech 774, Dean Wisocki, I think that is. I apologise if I get it wrong. Don't know, mate. I don't know. Next we have Swim Fins 1 with Deeks 45 and Alfie 2499 rounding out the grid of drivers. So to get some tables up in a minute. Let's have a look at a lap. So who we got here? Let's have a look at Louis Matt's point of view from the roof of his car. Silverstone National small circuit, the smallest of the layouts from the main course. You've got the Stowe circuit in the middle of Stowe, but we're going to come across the line up towards the first corner, Cops corner, down a gear, flick it in to the curb, and then bring the throttle straight back in with these cars. They're quite slow, so you can put the throttle in quite early. Up into Maggots, it's flick left, very difficult braking zone as we almost run into the back of someone in front of us. Difficult braking zone, the weight transition very horrible. You don't quite make it to Beckett's as you turn off right and then back onto the Wellington straight after going past Aintree. Down the Wellington straight, you hit the brakes into Brooklands. Two lines here, Louis Matt obviously choosing the tighter line in, can go wider for a later apex. Luffield, pretty much a double apex corner. You go in one, hit the next as you accelerate out, then you go through Woodcut, and that's a lap of Silverstone National. What do we do with Louis Matt? It's currently on 104.3. There's a 102.9, and there's contact between two cars there. Don't know who that was, Louis Matt and someone else. I apologise, first time I've commentated on these boys, so it should be quite good. I don't know, maybe don't know, mate. So we just set a faster time. Let's have a quick look at the comments. Good evening, Alan Matthew, Kalach Media, and obviously Tin Top Racing UK. How are you guys all doing? Should be in for a treat of some racing as we keep on going here. Carl at CWH Media. Sorry about that. Carry on. Louis Matt is still leading this qualifying session. He's 0.8 of a second up on Ben Felon, which is quite impressive round such a small circuit. Ella Matthew cheering on Don't Know Mate and Dean Wisocki. I think I'm going to say sorry again now if I pronounce that name wrong. But Little Leech. Don't Know Mate is in 6th place at the moment. Holty 009 up in 4th. Tyler House in the pit, so he's got his work cut out for him there. We're going to watch Gary 131. He's 0.2 behind Louis Matt Louis Matt literally just behind him on track as well, giving the slipstream away. Giving Smith the 87021. His money is on Little Leach. I don't think there's any takers. But we're going to watch Gary across the line. He's the closest man to Louis Matt for the pole position right now. And Gary can't do it, but Louis Matt does go quicker with a 102.7. See if anyone else... There's Holty 009. Don't know, mate. Just coming across the line. He goes into 5th. Holty back into 5th. See who else is on a... That's everyone done. So Louis Matt takes the pole position away from Gary 131. Ben Fallon is in 3rd. Little Leach 4th. Holty 5th. Don't know, mate in 6th. Tyler House 7th. Deeks 45 in 8th. Dean Wasogi in 9th. Monkey Boy 10th. NJ in 11th. Peaceful Explosion 12th. TML S313 is in 13th. Little Trev is in 14th. And Swimfins and Alfie round out the grid. In terms of championship points here, Louis Matt does lead the championship by 1 point on 57 to Tyler House. Tyler House on 56. Gary is on 49. Little Leach is on 47. Holty is on 38. NJ is on 36. TMLS on 33. Alfie on 28. Deeks 26. And Dean Misaki also on 26. But we're going to get underway here. We have the 3 red lights. We are green for the registered Ginetta Juniors here at Silverstone National for Class B. Louis Matt's got a good start there. Gary has to be careful. He's got Ben Fallon right next to him. They're going to sort each other out there. Little Leach alongside with Holty 009. Through Copse Corner for the first time. It looks like we've got away cleanly. We've got someone at the back. Alfie's only just got going. That's not good. Louis Matt under attack though from Gary. He's got contact with Ben Fallon. I think Little Leach got away with that one. It looks like we've got away fairly unscathed. Swimfins at the back. But we're going to head down to Brooklands for the first time. And Tyler House is looking all over the back of Deeks 45. Deeks running wide at Brooklands. A couple going wide. Tyler House with Don't Know Mates. Bit of contact through Luffield. And more contact behind. I think that was TMLS with contact. Possibly with Little Trev. But Gary now leads from Louis Matt. Little Leach in 3rd. Ben Fallon under attack from Don't Know Mates and Deeks. Tyler House in 7th. Deeks has a penalty. As we head up towards Maggots. So we've got a spinner. That's Monkey Boy has gone round at Copse Corner. Peaceful Explosion with Holty. Just going down the inside of him, going on to the Wellington Straight. But Deeks is looking to try and make a move here on Ben Fallon. Tyler House with Dean Wisocki right behind him. Dean Wisocki always looking down the inside for a little bit of an early switch back into Luffield. Not quite making it work though. Dean Wisocki still having a look, but behind you've got Little Trev with Holty. Holty making his way back up through the field. This is a great little drive to recover from where he was. And Swimfins is battling away with Alfie at the back. Alfie having that horrible start. Back up near the front though, Gary Stone leads, but he's got Louis Matt right on his tail going down the Wellington Straight. I'm surprised Louis not in his slipstream there. So we go into Brooklands. Louis Matt under serious attack. Little Leach behind. A lot of action going on. NJ trying to get up to little Trev. And Holty's gone missing. Yes, Holty's gone down the field. He's down to 12th, so maybe a mistake or an incident there for him. We're back at the front. Knows the gap. Louis Matt looking for a move into Maggots. Not quite going to happen, but there is a bump going in. See, no advantage gain from Louis Matt. Just a nice little tap to say I'm still here. But this battle for the lead is looking to get very, very tasty, and we're not even a third of the way in. Slight gap opening up there. Let's have a look elsewhere. We've got NJ with Deeks. They're going to be side by side, heading up into Brooklands. And NJ puts it down the inside. Doesn't quite commit though, but he will get a little run on the outside, and contact between Don't Know Mate and little Trev. Oh my word, hang on. Don't Know Mate's car just turned into a rabbit there. Just a bit of a hop. NJ does take the place away from Deeks though. At Luffield, great little move. Looks like just a simple switchback through Luffield. Really, really nicely done. Little Trev. Now going to come under attack from Peaceful Explosion. He's got to be careful there. Gap at the front is opening up. This battle for 6 is still raging between NJ Deeks and Don't Know Mate. Don't Know Mate looking down the inside. Collision with NJ. They've all got away with that. Scot-free. NJ down 2 places. I wonder if he just got a bit caught up on the curb on the outside, but there's more contact between Don't Know Mate and Deeks. Deeks now dropping back behind NJ. NJ going down the inside of Don't Know Mate. It's a cracking little lunge into Brooklands. As they head out, and Don't Know Mate retakes 6th place from NJ out of Luffield, and Deeks is now looking to take 7th place. Side by side up towards Cops, and they deal with it early. But NJ's not finished. He goes right back at him through Cops. Halsey now making his way back up through the field, up to 10th again. Into Maggots. It looks like they may have just settled themselves for the minute for the battle for 6th. But I wouldn't have. I won't hold my breath on that one. These guys going at it right from the start. There's little Trev. He's got Dean Wisocki behind him. A few bonnets missing at the moment. Back at the front though. Gary still leads. Louis Matt right behind. Maybe looking for a move into Cop's corner. Little Leach. Oh, Little Leach looked to do the pair on them, but he's maybe looking to make this foot 3 wide. He has got it 3 wide. This isn't going to last. This is not going to last. Little Leach and Gary coming together. And Little Leach spinning off at Maggots there. Drops in behind Ben Fallon. That's a bit of a shame. He gambled. Louis Matt's taken the lead as well. That's a shame for Little Leach. He went for the middle and it's not quite paid off. Just a sandwich into Maggots there. Meanwhile, Don't Know Mate, he's dropped down to 10th. NJ currently in 6th. Is he catching up to Tyler House? He just took a 10th out of him last time around. The race continues. More action with Holty and Peaceful Explosion. That is coming out of Luffield. It looks like they've got collected and both gone and seen a barrier. Not quite ideal. The Janetta Juniors. Do create some interesting races, but Ben Fellon is going to start coming under attack from Little Leach. He's not careful, and I wonder if Gary's just dropping back because of the incident. How many laps? We've got 6.5 minutes left to go in the session. See, these races 15 minutes. And so it's 6.5. Little Leach has still got an opportunity here for a podium. So it's not all doom and gloom. Louis Matt's now escaped in the lead. Little Trev has Dean Wysocki behind, although Dean Wysocki goes wide at left field into the gravel. That's going to produce a opportunity for Holty, who qualified strongly here, but just got caught up in an incident early on. Little Leach up into third. He is side by side with Ben Fellon, coming out of Maggots onto the straight. Little Leach goes past. Ben Fellon, I think, had a slowdown penalty. So Little Leach up into the podium spot, and he's got Gary ahead of him. Here comes Little Leach, looking on Gary. Gary's going to look defensive into Copse. Or is he? No, he's decided against going defensive. Little Leach looks down the inside. I think Gary has... Yes, I think that looks to me like Gary's conceded the position, and now he's going to take it right back, heading up towards Maggots. Flash of the lights from Little Leach, maybe a slowdown? Running a bit wide. But Little Leach now down into 4th place. Don't know, mate, up into 7th. Deeks with Little Trev right behind him. I say right behind him, he is definitely behind him on the track at the moment. But that's Holty behind. He's got no bonnets. Some of these... No, Holty's gone a bit wide. That allowed Dean Wysocki through. And I'm Matthew saying it's called Dean Wysocki. Dean Wakisaki. Brilliant. So we keep going on. We've got 4 minutes left in the race. Wysocki still there. Let's have a look at the gaps. That looks like a good battle to pick up on Deeks and Little Trev. However, we may have to swap because Little Leach, he's on the back of Ben Fellon again. Not quite where he wants to be there, though. Little Trev, though, through Copse corner. Into Maggots. Now Holty is catching up to them. Onto the straight, away we go. Little Leach on the back of Ben Fellon. Through Copse they go. Louis Matt has this one sewn up. Almost gift wrapped in this instance. He's going to keep his lead and he's going to pull away from Tyler House, who's down in 5th. Little Leach, though, going to look for a move on Ben Fellon. We go on board. Down the straight we go. Looking to the outside of Brooklands. Leach now got the switchback into Luffield. He's going to get the move done. That's a great setup through Brooklands, forcing Ben Fellon to just drift a little wide so he can make the switchback happen. He's got 2 minutes, so I'm reckoning about 2 laps here, maybe 3. Probably 3 actually, because of Louis Matt being 6 seconds up the road from Gary to potentially get a second here. Holty is past Deeks. Little Trevor's just gone out off the tail of him. He's gone a little bit wide. Peaceful Explosion has Monkey Boy. You haven't really seen much of the guys at the back, unfortunately. I apologise in this in the first race of this package. Obviously, the battle's mainly in the middle and the front at the moment. But Monkey Boy maybe looking to mount an attack at some during the next lap or two. Meanwhile, don't know, mate. And NJ, they seem to be stuck to each other this race. Ben Fallon looks to have made a slight mistake. He's just dropped off the back of little Leech there. But back to Don't Know Mate and NJ. These two together again on the circuit. Don't Know Mate, oh, he looked down the inside. His nose gets chopped right off by NJ. No way through. The door closed and slammed. But NJ runs wide. And Don't Know Mate doesn't need a second invitation on that one. So Don't Know Mate up into 6th. Look at the battles. Peaceful Explosion and Monkey Boy are still close together on track. 0.7 of a second split them. Little Leech currently 1.6 away from Gary, so I think that's going to be a hard push now to catch up. There's Holty with Deeks behind. Maybe looking... Oh, we have a retirement. Gary has retired from the race. Little Leech is in 2nd place. I don't know what's happened to Gary. He's just retired from the race. Got a drive through. Ah, there we go. I missed that one. He had a drive through, and I think that I'm surprised he's not carrying on going. There's good points to be had still. He was in a good position, but that does mean Little Leech up into 2nd place. Battle's starting to thin out. We missed it, but Louis Matt has won the race. Little Leech will come home in 2nd place. Ben Fallon will be in 3rd. Tyler House, a lonely 4th place, but will take 4th place in the context of things. Don't Know Mate. He will be in 5th. NJ will be in 6th. Holty in 7th. Deeks will come home in 8th. Little Trev in 9th, followed by Dean Wisocki. Monkey Boy comes home in 11th. TMLS 313 comes home after him. So the provisional results of the Registrar Ginetta Junior Championship. Louis Matt takes the win from Little Leech. Ben Fallon is in 3rd with Tyler House in 4th. Don't Know Mate 5th. NJ 6th. Holty is in 7th. Deeks 45 8th. Little Trev in 9th. Dean Wasaki in 10th. Peaceful Explosion 11th. Monkey Boy 12th. TMLS 313 is 13th. Alfie 2499 14th. Swinfins will come home 15th, and Gary with the DQ because of his drive-through. Obviously, he didn't take it in terms of the game's perspective. He didn't take it within the race, so obviously it was automatically DQs you. So that is the Registrar Ginetta Junior Championship. see what cars are next on the grid. So next on the grid we have the Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. This championship being headed up by Tyler House. He's on 52 points. Ben Fallon is on 44. Little Leach is on 40. Louis Matt 38. Gary is on 27 with TMLS on 24. NJ is on 23. Little Trev is on 16. Dean Wasocki is on 14, joint with Holty 009. Don't Know Mate on 13. Alfie on 11. Monkey Boy 7. Swim Fizz 6. And BW Racing on 3. Wonderful little circuit, Silverstone National. It's about to get lit up with the Tin Top Racing UK Clio Cup. What could possibly go wrong? In all fairness, these cars are fantastic to drive. I drive them myself in another league that I race in. Fantastic little cars. Back end likes to try and swap ends on you a fair chunk, but once you get used to that, fantastic front wheel drive cars. So same guys again, so it'll be the same driver list all through the night. As Alfie finds out the Clio does not like cold tyres in the UK. I mean, to be fair, it's a bit of a shame really that the Clios have come to an end in the British Touring Car package for this year once it finally gets underway due to the COVID-19 pandemic. So hopefully everyone is staying safe at home at the moment. But it's good that we still have them on project cars. They produce some of the best action. So let's have a look. Let's pick someone. Ben Fallon, here we go. Who is trying to Tokyo drift it through the final corner. Through Woodcote we go then with Ben Fallon on board the Renault Clio Cup car. Up towards Copse Corner, here we go. Brake around the 50 mark, drop it down a gear. Or you can leave it in a gear. Up to you, but as long as you get to the throttle as fast as possible out of there, don't run wide because you will get done for a penalty. Into Beckett's, this is where the biggest issue of the car is. Hit the brakes in a straight line. If you're anywhere turning in that point, you will spin the car. Nicely tucked in through the second part of Maggots though, onto the back straight. All the way down the back straight into Brooklands. And what line does he take? Hits the brakes. Yes, straight braking again. Late apex, using the back end to turn the car into the apex of Brooklands into Luffield. Slightly wider line again, trying to use the back end to make the front pivot. Not quite working because Luffield's off camber. Very hard to make it do that. Into Woodcote, flat right, no problems at all. What time do we set? We set a 104.5 to go quickest so far with Ben Fallon 97, but we still have some times to come through. Smithy backing Little Leach to win here. Well, at the moment, he is currently... where is he? There he is, 7th at the moment in the standings, 2.3 off, but again, that could just be the cold tyres. Just trying to get them warmed up. It can take a couple of laps here for the tyres to get warmed up. And those rears probably won't get too warm. Although if you keep drifting like Ben was, yeah, they'll gradually cry. Little Leach going sideways through Brooklands as we speak into Luffield. No, I've been told that the guys have been given some tips from Max Coates regarding the Clios, Adam Smalley, about obviously the Ginetta Juniors, and I think the Ginetta Supercars as well. And also Michael Crease of the touring cars. So they've all had some extra tips from the professionals who do drive them in real life, so that's always good to have. But right now, Tyler House is now in provisional pole. 40 seconds left on the clock. Gary 131, again drifting it through Luffield. Tyler House on a hot lap behind. He's going to try and use the slipstream. Gary goes and pits. His qualifying session is over. 1:04.5 to beat himself. He's only 8 thousandths of a second. He puts in a 1:04.02. Absolutely correct in Top Racing. He is the current leader of the championship. And he looks like that he might stay there at the moment. NJ off there. Louis Matt. He's going to get an extra lap in. So Little Trev. Crosses the line, stays in 7th. Little Leach down in 9th. Not a great qualifying session by him. I'm sure he'd have liked a little bit more than that. Try and go through some of the others. Dean Wysocki coming across the line now. He's currently 15th. Will stay 15th. Ben Fellon. It's got someone alongside him. I don't know who that is. It's Deeks 45. So they come up to the line. Oh, that's close in the standings. Ben Fallon a 1:04.087. Puts him 0.067 behind Tyler House, who does claim pole position. Tyler House claims the pole by just 67 thousandths of a second. From Ben Fellon. Row 2 is Louis Matt and NJ. Row 3, Gary 131 and Deeks 45. Row 4 is Alfie and Monkey Boy. Row 5, Little Trev and TMLS. Row 6, Little Leach and Holty. Row 7 is Don't Know Mate and Peaceful Explosion. Row 8, Dean Wysocki and Swim Fins, who rounds us out in 16th. Not a great time that from Swim Fins, maybe preserving himself for the race. Tracking qualifying, this makes it look like we're going to have one hell of a battle on our hands between Tyler and Ben heading into the race. So the Tin Top UK Renault Clio Cup. We're at Silverstone National. We're going to have the 3 red lights. We're green. Who's got the best getaway though? That's the question. It's looking pretty even at the front. Ben Fallon got the inside for Cops Corner. Tyler's going to have to give him room. They're door rubbing on the exit of Cops Corner for the lead. Someone's gone really wide. I think that's Deeks. Tyler House still side by side with Ben coming into Maggots for the first time. Ben's gone sideways, but he's still there. Tyler House will have a good drive. Down the backtrack we go. They're still side by side for the lead, going towards Brooklands for the first time in this 15-minute race. Tyler House will keep place because that's going to give a penalty to Ben, but Tyler's gone wide. Ben looking to go down the inside yet again. They're still side by side. They've had a whole lap of side by side action. This is fantastic stuff for the lead. 1 lap down, 13 minutes 45 to go. Did Ben maybe serve his penalty then? I think Ben just served his penalty. He's gone down to 5th. That's a shame, but Louis Matt, the winner of the Register Janetta Junior Cup, is now on the tail of Tyler House, so this could get tasty anyway. Just looking back on the stream, yes, it does look like Ben pulled off to the side and slowed down. So a bit of a shame that for Ben. It's down to 6th. Oh, not of time. Little Trev, just for the fan base. Little Leach is up into 7th place. Let's have a look, see if we've got any closer battles. We've got Little Trev with Ben Fellon. Ben Fellon looking to make the place up into 5th place. Heading up towards Maggots. Oh, Ben Fellon's lost the rear. Into Maggots, he's gone round. So Ben Fellon down to 7th, and Little Leach makes up the spot. Meanwhile, we've got a bit of a gaggle of cars here. 9th place, Peaceful Explosion. That's going to be a slowdown penalty, although he might get away with it because Don't Know Mate's just gone around the outside of him. Deeks now has a penalty. Don't Know Mate then leading this 3-car wide between Peaceful Explosion and Dean Wistocki goes down the middle and takes 10th place away from Peaceful Explosion and Monkey Boy. Meanwhile, movement at the top, that's Deeks 45 and NJ, they're off at Maggots. Oh, and I think NJ just went into the side of Little Trev on his way back onto the circuit. Oh, and Deeks has come across into Little Leach. And that's allowed Ben Fellon to get up into 6th place and Leach down to 7th. But Tyler House is now starting to build the gap ahead. Typical Clio action, yeah, that definitely. This is why we love Clios, they're so unpredictable. Ben Fellon. Up into 6th. See, this is quite a standard part of touring car racing, really. This little middle period of about 5 minutes is when everything just kind of stretches out a little bit. And in the last 5 minutes, everything comes back in, and we get even more action at the end. And it looks like a little Trev and NJ are getting close, but Deeks and Ben Fellon are even closer side by side into Brooklands. Ben Fellon goes in deep, he's going to go wide, goes sideways, and Deeks goes straight back under him. Great driving from Deeks, though he's gone wide into Love Field. Keeps the place though, so Deeks stays in 5th at the moment. There's side-by-side action up ahead. NJ looking for a move on Little Trev. Still looking into Cop's corner. Not going to happen, he's just a little bit too far behind him. I'm surprised he's kept on that line. I'd have moved back across to the racing line to try and keep the speed up, because it's going to be harder for him coming up towards Maggots. But he's managed to get a run. That's actually pretty impressive from NJ. Oh, and there goes Deeks off in the background. NJ takes the place. That's a great run out of Cops. Ben Felon now having a look at Little Trev. He's going to go past. On the back straight. It's fantastic stuff from Ben. It's a bit of a horrible race. That's going to be a slowdown penalty for Little Trev. .104. Ben Felon quicker than Tyler House at this stage of the race, but he is 8.5 seconds off the lead right now. Oh, that was a back marker, I believe, of Swim Fins taking out the 50 board to help everyone out with their braking points into Cop's corner. NJ currently in third, and they are lapping quicker than Louis Matt. That's a retirement, that's for sure. I think that was Alfie who has retired. In the background there, little Trev. Getting past the back marker of Swim Fins. Swim Fins doing a great effort, keeping out of the way. Monkey Boy and Don't Know Mate, both in the number 16 Zavima car. Into left field, side by side. It looks like Monkey Boy's going to try and, well, I would say try and switch it back, but he's not quite attempted that. He's just tried to go around the outside. So positions are held right now for ninth. The top final positions of the top 10 being sorted. Ben Felon is up into third place. Your opponent now. That is, NJ's not going to take it lightly. He's looking down the inside of Brooklands. It's because they're battling. It's meant Louis Matt's got away as well, so third is about the best they're going to look for right now. Monkey Boy just have a little bit of a gap between them. Peaceful Explosion, Dean Wisocki and TMLS, who are line astern right now. Go back up to this battle because NJ is still hot on the heels of Ben Felon. And onto the max straight for the 9th time. We have just 5.5 minutes left to go in this race. NJ is not quite keeping up with Ben. Ben last time around 3/10 quicker. What's it this time around? Yeah, Ben's just slowly pulling away 3/10 again on that last lap. These three, that's Peaceful Explosion getting past Swim Fins, who's just sticking to the inside. He's done well to keep out of the way here, Swim Fins, he's done a good job. Don't know, mate. Monkey Boy. There's a little each in 6th. He's done well after his grid qualifying position. Way down the grid. And he's done well to get himself up into 6th place. as he goes sideways through Brooklands. Ben Fallon's just 6/10 ahead of NJ, but NJ not really looking like he's going to be able to catch that up right now. With 4 minutes to go. Yeah, Ben putting nearly another 10th there on NJ. If you're wondering what Tyler House looks like, here he is. He is still here. He is, Louis. Well, I think Louis Matt's got some sort of connection going on there. That's a bit weird. But yeah, Tyler House is still here. See in the background, I think Louis Matt's about to disconnect. Yes, he has. I think so, anyway. We're down to 14 runners. But Tyler House done a great little job here. Oh, that was big. Who was that? That's little Trev and NJ. Just caught a glimpse of that in the bottom of the screen. There goes Louis Matt. We're down to 13 runners. That was a big accident. I don't know what happened, but NJ down to 4th. So for all his fans out there, Little Leach is on a podium. But he's going to have to defend for the next 2 minutes 40 seconds, because NJ will not hesitate to get on him. But NJ, a poor lap from him, obviously because of the accident, along with little Trev. Oh, this just made things interesting for the podium. Oh, there goes little Trev in the background. Carnage in the last 5 minutes of this race. Don't know, mate. He's got Monkey Boy. Oh, wow. He used to have Monkey Boy behind him. Monkey Boy spinning out at Maggots there. Deeks 45 taking advantage. But this is where we need to be looking in the next minute or so. Because NJ is quicker than Little Leach at the moment. The THR Touring League on the second race of the night with the Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup. It's caused absolute carnage at times, but the racing's been fantastic as we enter the final 70 seconds. It's a weird number, but there we go. Stands out. 70 seconds left in the race, coming down to 60. Can Little Leach hold on to his podium, which has almost been gifted to him? Monkey Boy's back past Deeks. That's a good effort. Very quick reach over there. Dean Wisogi with TMLS 313. Just behind. Tyler House, I believe. Where is he coming into now? He's coming to Maggots. This will probably be his final lap. We'll keep an eye on that. But Little Leach, he was 2/10 slower than NJ. This is going to get tight on this. The final lap. Little Leach has gone deep. Little Leach just slightly outbraked himself and has let NJ through on what will be the final lap, because Tyler House is not going to get to the line. There you go. Time is up. Tyler House, he's not put a foot wrong. He comes home to claim victory here in the Tin Top Racing UK Renault Clio Cup at Silverstone National. Ben Fallon, what could have been is in the past. It could have been an absolute monstrous battle to the end, but he takes second place even after his penalty, which is a fantastic drive, quite possibly drive of this race. NJ's going to hang on to third place, followed by Little Leach. Although Little Leach gets him on the line because of penalties. So Little Leach will come home in third with NJ in fourth. Little Trev will be in fifth. Holty in 6th. Dono Mate will come home in 7th place here. Monkey Boy comes home in 8th. The Deeks behind him in 9th. Peaceful Explosion. He's been quite peaceful this race. He's going to be in 10th place. Dean Wasaki has TMLS right behind him though. Swimfin's already finished. He's down in 13th. But Dean Wasaki will take 11th from TMLS 313. So Tyler House takes a win and will extend his lead at the top of the title race in the Clio Cup, sponsored by the Tin Top Racing UK. Ben Fallon, a great drive as we get cut off early. Have a look at the stream. So Tyler House did for Ben Fallon second, Little Leach in third, NJ fourth, Lil Trev fifth, Holty in 6th, Dono Mate 7th, Monkey Boy 8th, Deeks in 9th, Peaceful Explosion 10th as your top 10. Cracking racing from the Tin Top Racing UK Clio Cup there. It's been an absolute cracker. Thank you for joining the stream, Tin Top Racing UK. Pleasure to have you watching. But we now head to the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Super Cup. These cars, interesting style. It's see GT car. And these things, if they're running stock setups, which I'm assuming they are, they tend to try and spin on you. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. Just quickly find the table for them. So in the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Super Cup, the standings look a little bit like this. Tyler House is currently leading on 73 points, Ben Fellon on 57, Gary on 56. Little Leach is on 42, Holty on 38, Lil Trev on 28, joint with Monkey Boy. NJ is also on 28, Alfie 2499 on 27, Dean Wasaki on 21, TMLS on 20, Deeks on 18 along with Swimfins, Peaceful Explosion on 11, Don't Know Mate is on 8, Louis Matt 0, and BW Racing as the filler is on 0 at the moment. Yeah, qualifying underway. And Alfie goes in. Oh, we've got a spin already on the outlap, and there goes Alfie on for good measure. We've got 15 cars in. Oh, someone's gone on the Wellington Straight there. That's an interesting effort. It looks like Louis Matt's not going to be able to get back in time for the GT4. So just the 15 drivers in this race. Oh, Tyler House in the wall. I think that's at Cop's Corner. That is Cop's Corner. Can we leave Little Leach till later? swim fins. Let's go on board with swim fins then. So, Ginetta GT4, again, Cops Corner. Slowed it right down. Yeah, that'd be why. Carnage ahead of us. Okay, we'll go with Holty then. I was in. We've got to find someone on a little. I don't want to go Little Leech. I want to save Little Leech to later for his fan base. I think. Here is Gary 131. Here we go. Gary 131. 3 woodcut we go after his first lap. Leech currently on provisional pole position with a 102.9. Gary now puts on. So Cops Corner. Get braking. Get it tucked in and then bring the throttle in gently because these cars will want to spin. Stayed in 4th and that. Sometimes you can go to 3rd. Into Maggots. Again, make sure you're braking in a straight line. Touch your throttle to just keep the car settled. Into 2nd. And again, just use the throttle carefully. Don't use it too much. As we head down the back straight. You've cleared the traffic. Brooklands. Hit the brakes about 75. He's gone for the tighter line in. Nice and hugged to the curb. To give him as good a line as possible into Luffield. Again, with the off camber, these cars are not going to enjoy it. Little Leech goes back onto provisional pole. Out of Luffield into Woodcut. Flat again. Hasn't troubled any other car. Why would it trouble this? Onto the main straight. Cross the line. And a 101.0, that's an impressive time from Gary. Ben Fallon up in 3rd, our championship leader for this one, Tyler House, down in 7th place. Tyler House will be looking to get up there. He currently leads the championship by 16 points. He's won the last 2 races here. Puts it second on the grid. 0.052. That's how tight the grid is between the top 2. And Fallon has effectively finished his qualifying. He's in the pits. Little Leech. Holty has not yet set a time. Has he set one now? He does. He goes 5th. Peaceful Explosion. Just having issues getting the power down through Luffield. See the car wiggling all about. He's just almost trying to feather the throttle, but too late. Across the line. He's down to 14th. He's up to 10th. 2.9 away from the pole sitter. Leech, what can he do? Can he reclaim that pole position from Gary? The answer is no, he can't. Gary's gone even quicker, 1 minute 0.522. Means he's 0.558 now, up on Tyler House. Deeks crosses the line, and that's the qualifying session over. So, pole position goes the way of Gary 131. Tyler House is in 2nd. Little Leech is in 3rd. Alfie 4th. Ben Fellon 5th. Don't Know Mate in 6th. Holty 7th. NJ 8th. TMLS is in 9th. Deeks in 10th. Peaceful Explosion in 11th. Dean Wasocki in 12th. Monkey Boy 13th. Little Trev in 14th. Swim Fins in 15th. So, the hard compound, Ginetta GT4 Super Cup. We have the 3 red lights here at Silverstone National. We are green. And a big collision behind. Someone's on their roof. Well, they're almost on that roof. I think that's Tyler. But Gary gets away well. Oh no, Tyler's now in the lead. Sorry, Tyler managing to get the lead out of nowhere. I don't know who that was. I think that might be Ben Fellin then. He's down the order again. He's had some horrid luck at the start of our race. So Gary now chasing down Tyler. So we head down the Wellington Straight for the first time in this 15-minute race. Gary looks to go down the inside. Is he going to send it fully? Not quite. Tyler House holds on. But look at the different life from Gary. He's looking to get to the inside. Just so close between the top two now. Through Cops. Tyler House has a slightly better line there. Let's see what else is occurring. NJ with little Trev. Who's that behind? That's Monkey Boy with Swim Fins. Swim Fins down into 12th now. This Peaceful Explosion gets through. Alfie having his best showing of the night so far. He's up into 3rd. Where's little... Oh, that's Monkey Boy. And Little Leech. Involved in that as well by the looks of it. It's Carnage. Carnage and Maggots yet again. Little Leech involved. Down to 10th. Monkey Boy was also involved. It looks like TMLS. Dean Stocky and Swimfins also getting caught up in that as well. Gary's dropped back at 59.6 from Tyler House. That's a great time. Dinks NJ. Peaceful Explosion. Ben Fellin up to 8th now. Little Trev in 9th. Don't Know Mate in 10th. Monkey Boy in 11th. TML is in 12th. Swimfins in 13th. And Little Leech down into 14th. Looking to battle with Dean Wasaki and Swimfins, who takes out the 50 board. Good tap, and Dean Winsocki, good save. Well, he's still having a moment, but a good save by Dean Winsocki. Little Leech up into 13th. He's having a very unlucky night so far. Little Leech in terms of getting caught up. Alfie running the same sort of times as Gary there. There's Holty, Deeks, NJ, Ben Fellin. He was the car we saw going up in the air at the start. He's having a little bit of a tussle with Peaceful Explosion over 7th and 8th place. Look at Ben Fellin's just got the better of him here. NJ next on Ben's list. This is really not gone well for Ben Fellin. Tyler House in the lead. Himself down in 7th. I mean, he's 16 points behind. Gary's going to jump him in the standings here. Alfie has gone deep into Maggots. Looks like he's got away with it though, just. Halsey goes into 3rd, and here comes Deeks 45. Deeks unable to make a move there. NJ is very wary of Ben behind him. Whoa, Ben looking to the inside, not quite close enough though. The door gets closed. But NJ does all the hard work for him. Lights up the rears a little bit. And the car goes towards the inside. Ben takes that place away. And now Peaceful Explosion looking to the outside of Cops Corner. 10.5 minutes to go. And Peaceful Explosion makes that work. That's a great move around the outside. There's Little Leech. Guys at the back, very spread out. Moving back to Peaceful Explosion and NJ then right now. So we hit the 10-minute mark left. And NJ looking on the inside of Peaceful Explosion, not quite, again, not quite there. But Peaceful Explosion has a bit of a wiggle, and he's ended up on the grass at the inside of Luffield. Loses the place to NJ. Hardwood is undone. Little Trev in 8th, Alfie in 9th. Everything's just a bit more spread out here at the moment. But as always, you will look to see if it gets closer. Here comes Deeks. He's got Ben Felon alongside, almost into Maggots. Not quite. Oh, there goes Deeks and Ben Felon. Straight through. That is, I believe, Swimfins. That's a back marker, regardless. Ben Felon clears him quite nicely. A 59.5 though from Ben Felon. He is running some qualifying laps out there. NJ past Deeks. Deeks had a moment coming out of Luffield, but looks like a Peaceful Explosion up to 6th. Alfie's down to 8th right now. There's Deeks. Peaceful Explosion and NJ. Still fairly close together on track. Just 6/10 separate them going down the Wellington Straight. Backmarker's doing a fantastic job at the moment to stay out of the way of these guys who are battling for position. There's TMLS and the number 13 machine. I think the weighbridge might be a bit difficult, losing your bonnet and your rear bumper. Pretty much his whole rear's gone, I think. We'll have a little leech on him soon, though. Going to try something for everyone who's watching whilst we're watching TMLS having a bit of a struggle. I shall allow a little leech to come alongside. Peaceful Explosion were close. Yeah, put your comments after each race of who you think driver of the race was. I want to see what you guys think. Obviously, I can say who I think. But interesting what everyone else thinks about driver of each race. So do put your comments in. Be interesting to see, as that is I think that's Swimfins. Yes, it is Swimfins, just having a bit of a spin at Luffield. Let's go from here. Hello, Matthew. I kind of just thought about it. Let's start off from the Ginetta race. Obviously, Clio's. I think most people are going to say Ben, if I'm completely honest. So you watch TMLS spin again, and that will be Little Leech through this time. Ben Fallon still trying to catch down Holt. He's not quite going to work. He's got 5.5 minutes though. Bodywork flapping around. Enjoying Peaceful Explosion. Still close together on circuit, which is good to see. It's as they go down the Wellington for their 10th time. They've got just 5 minutes to sort this out between them. Don't know, mate. Dean Wysocki. Not too far away from each other. Just 1.5 seconds. There's Lynch. Tyler House, he has led from start to here, present at the moment. He's got 4 minutes to run. He's doing a fantastic job at the front here. Gary can't quite chase him down. Holty in third, makes a mistake through Brooklands, and now he's going to be coming under pressure from Ben Fellon. In fact, Ben Fellon just gets past him. So Ben Fellon, from getting absolutely drilled on the line, is now up into a... Oh, is that Holty? Or is it... No, it's not Holty, sorry. That's Dean Wysocki, I think. Got the wrong livery. Ben's still in fourth, but he is not far behind. 3 seconds, doable in 3 minutes. Yeah, it depends what Holty does here. Holty running a similar livery to Dean Wysocki. There's drama at the front. Tyler House has made a mistake somewhere because he's now 4.1 behind Gary. Gary in the lead. Doesn't work out. 36 for a win by the looks of this. 34 second. Yeah, put any vote in the comments for the GT4s. Who would you say is driver of the race for this particular race? We've got 2.5 minutes left if you want to keep watching to decide. But NJ's off. That is Luffield again. Luffield claims yet another GT4. Only one position lost though. Maybe two because of a peaceful explosion for NJ. Lots of drivers just struggling with the way the cars are handling mid-corner. By the looks of it. Monkey Boy. Deep's ahead of him. It's a difficult car because the default setup for these things run with hard compound tyres, so they don't have the most grip. Deeps is staying in 8th. The gap at the front 3 seconds. We've got a minute 12 to run. There is Gary. Gary's just coming in, so we're going to get one more lap here. It's going to be a tough ask this for Tyler. Now Holty has Ben Fellon right on his tail. Amazing, we still have the roof camera on Ben's car. As we head into Luffield. Through Woodcut up towards Copse Corner. Oh, Ben's braked earlier, but he's not quite got the right line to make advantage of it. Up towards Maggots. Is Holty going to make a mistake here? Ben really looking for any turn of speed. Not quite got the XE he wanted onto the Wellington. We go past another back marker. However, in the late stages of this race, Gary has capitalised on a mistake from Tyler. He will cross the line to take the win in the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Cup. Tyler House will come home in second. The fight's still on between Holty and Ben Fellon. Ben Fellon looking for a run on the main straight. They're side by side. I think Holty's going to take it. It is going to be Holty who takes it from Ben Fellon. Peaceful Explosion will come home in the top 9. A great little drive by him. Deeks 45 in 6th. I think Little Leach has had a little bit of an issue there, although Deeks has gone wide into the gravel. Luckily, not close enough for Little Leach to capitalise on. Little Leach comes home in 7th. NJ comes home in 8th. Monkey Boy in 9th. And that's the race concluded. So, provisional results of the hard compound Ginetta GT4 Super Cup. Gary takes the win from Tyler House. Holty in 3rd. Ben Fellon 4th. Peaceful Explosion 5th. Deeks in 6th. Leach 7th. NJ 8th. Monkey Boy 9th. Little Trev in 10th. Alfie in 11th in the end. A shame for him, he was running well in the early stages. TMLS is in 12th. Dean Wisocki 13th. Dono Mate in 14th. And Swim Fins 15th, rounding out the race. Great little drive that from Dean, from Ben Fellon. Nailed at the back, and again a great drive back to 4th. Championship might has not helped him one bit though. So next up we have the British Touring Car Chat Porsche Carrera Cup GB. This will be using the GT3 Porsche cars on Project Cars. The standings then for the British Touring Car Chat Porsche Carrera Cup GB. Little Leach is currently leading the series. He's got 2 out of 2 wins so far on 40 points. Tyler House is on 33. Ben Fellon on 30. NJ has 23 with Monkey Boy on 19. Little Trev also on 19. Gary has 18 points with Deeks on 17, joint with Holty. Dean Wisocki is on 13 points with TMLS, also on 13. Alfie has 12, Peaceful Explosion 9, Swim Fins 1 is on 9 points. Dono Mate, Louis Matt and BW Racing all on 0 points. Yes, I did read the message. Obviously, once the Porsches are done, a new lobby set up, because otherwise everyone's going to have to drive the same touring car. I'm sure people have chosen their cars for a reason. We wait to get racing here in the British Touring Car Chat Porsche Carrera Cup GB. Is it feeling? Ah, sorry mate, I didn't realise. I do apologise for the whole night so far. Ben Phelan, there we go. Here we go then, the Porsche Super Cup. Oh, I say Super Cup, the Porsche Carrera Cup GB. Someone's had a big spin out of the pits already. But this is the man who's doing the best. He's got 2 out of 2 under his belt so far. Oh, I don't know what's going on with the blue car in front. He flashed his lights as if to say go past, and Little Leach went for it and got chopped off. Let's go on board then with the current league leader, Little each for a lap of Silverstone National in the Porsche Carrera Cup GB. So, hitting the brakes into Copse Corner a little bit earlier than everything else. He's gone oh my word, we've gone for a pirouette series. Welcome to the Porsche Ballet. Three spinners at Copse Corner on the first set of qualifying laps. So I think we should try that one again. As TMLS sets the first provisional pole time for 58.9. Here we go. Let's try again with the league leader. This is obviously his first attempt. 2.5 minutes in. We cross the line up towards Copse Corner. He's on the grass. Managed to get it turned in this time. Kept it in a higher gear where they seem to hit fourth. Yeah, the brakes in a straight line for Maggots. His car's gone really quiet. I don't understand why, but he's almost... Oh, he has spun. This hasn't gone well for the Leach so far. Deeks is currently in third. Gary on pole at the moment with a 57.5. Don't know, mate. In fifth. Tyler House down in sixth. Monkey Boy has spun at Copse Corner. Ben Phelan in 11th at the moment. Right, here we go. Third time is a charm. Little Leach. A lap of Silverstone National, please. Hit the brakes between about the 100 to 75. Get it tucked into Copse. Bring throttle in. Up towards Maggots. You're going to brake in a straight line. Try not to clip the curb this time. Yeah, that's better. Keep it on the tarmac. Down to second. Get it tucked right in and then bring the throttle in on the exit as you head onto the Wellington Straight. Down the Wellington Straight again. We know there's two different lines here through Brooklands. Which lines are you going to take? Brakes at the 75. Goes tight initially, then runs it wide and almost tries to square the corner up. Not quite the line I'd have taken, but it's worked for the Leach at the moment. Through Lovefield, Ben Phelan is in the lead at the moment on pole position, the 56.3. Gary now puts it on provisional pole. What can Little Leach do? He's going to get another lap in after. Little Leach puts it fourth. He's 1.4 off the lead, but that could just be a confidence thing, as Ben Phelan sets another good lap, a 55.4. Holting has disconnected, so we're down to 14 in the British Touring Car Chat Porsche Carrera Cup GB. Hopefully they produce more better action than the real life Carrera Cup series. Obviously not too bad in previous years, but to go through a spell where there wasn't many of them, so it made it quite stale. Monkey Boy up into fourth. That was a great effort by him. Here comes Gary. Can he reclaim pole position? He's 0.167 away. The answer is no. Little Leach currently in the lead of the championship. Goes down to seventh now because Alfie comes through. Little Leach, the one to watch. Down seventh. So your grid order is Ben Phelan in first, with Gary second, Tyler House third, TMLS fourth, Alfie fifth, NJ sixth, Monkey Boy seventh, Little Leach down in eighth, Don't Know Mate is in ninth, Deeks 45 in 10th, Little Trev 11th, Dean Wisocki in 12th, Swimfins in 13th, and Peaceful Explosion not really setting a time. I think he spun on pretty much all his laps by the looks of that one, a 115.1. Smithy saying big shout out to Gary 131, lucky qualifier. But we have 3 red lights. We're green. Ben Phelan off the start line. Looks like he's got a good launch. Tyler House had a great launch into second place there. Gary being swamped through Copse Corner. We've got away cleanly yet again. Or have we? No, we've got carnage in the background. Don't know, mate. Spun, I believe. Gary is almost round. He is going round. No, he's not. He's saved a great save. Great save there. There's little Trev. Little Leach still down in 8th place. He's not gained anything at the moment. Some bodywork flying in the background. Ben Phelan, though, is off. And there goes NJ. He's gone round at Brooklands. And someone has joined him in sympathy. That's little Trev. But he is back down the inside of him. That's a from spinning. That's a great move. Gary side by side with Deeks. Gary up to 3rd. There goes NJ. He's got little Leach who's not got a rear end pretty much. So he's just been caught up in something, which is why he's not made as much progress as we thought he would. There goes Alfie. TMLS is down. The Peaceful Explosion is round. That's Swim Fins. And don't know, mate. There's carnage at Copse. Absolute carnage at Copse. NJ, a little bit erratic down the Wellington behind Gary. Oh, Gary. Gary and Deeks have obviously had it coming together. Deeks almost goes around. Good save. Flipping the grass there is not the ideal thing. So that means Little Leach up into 5th in his Le Mans edition, we'll call it. No wing, no extra drag. He's got his Le Mans edition Porsche Carrera Cup. Oh, that's Gary in the background. Gary with Alfie. They've had a massive collision on the main straight. And here comes... who's that? That's TMLS. Little Leach. Past NJ. So NJ has spun there at Maggots. Tyler House. He's soon to have Little Leach on his tail. Say Smithy's, I think, head of the Little Leach fan club, although Little Leach almost goes round at Lovefield. Again, another great save. That could have ended in tears, but Tyler House all over the back of Little Trev. Oh, and there goes Little Trev. He's gone round. And Deeks had a bit of a wiggle as well. God, these cars are feisty, aren't they? Hello Matthew, you are absolutely correct. It is carnage in these GT3 cars for the Porsche Carrera Cup GP. TMLS almost going around that. Oh, if he's not careful putting that much throttle on, yep, he's got. He's having a moment coming out of Maggots. It's a good job damage isn't on 4. I think the damage is visual only. It's a good job at the moment. I thought we'd be having a lot of people in the pits. We're not even 5 minutes into the race. The question is, can Little Leach catch up to Tyler House? That's the big question. I think as it stands, Little Leach would keep his lead in the championship. But it looks to me as if his confidence isn't quite there with the car at Silverstone National, courtesy of those spins. Meanwhile, Monkey Boy's having issues, and Dean Wysocki round the outside it would go. Dean Wysocki, unfortunately, just jinking right into Monkey Boy, though that seems to be a touch of karma. Dean Wysocki spins around. And Monkey Boy is going to be right back in this fight. There he goes, wide. Well, Little Leech is making inroads into Tyler House. He is now just 1.7 away. Don't know, mate. He's running down in 11th at the moment, but he has got a spoiler. He has got the rear wing of his car still on, which is always a good start. Monkey Boy is now past Dean Wysocki, and Dean's gone round at Luffield. Tyler House has managed to gain a bit on Little Leech, so he's extended that gap. Well, there's Monkey Boy. He's gone round at Cobb's Corner. But the gap now between Tyler and Little Leech, 2.3 seconds. It's weird, without a wing and a rear bumper, the Porsche looks very Need for Speed like, as if it's got a Liberty or a Rocket Bunny kit on it. And they've decided to go no wing because that's what gives you street cred or something. But it looks cool, but it's not quite doing the job for Little Leech. He is losing time to Tyler House. Wonder if he's just thinking of the championship. Let's just get it home in 3rd place as Alfie spins round, gifting Little Trev a spot with a Little Trev just a little bit wide. NJ getting past as well. Ben Phelan. Just a nice, quiet Sunday drive. Tyler House still with a 2.7 second gap. There's Deke, there's Little Trev. NJ has got Alfie behind for company coming into Maggots. I don't think any bumper car. Oh, that's a spinner. That's Little Trev. Little Trev is spun at Maggots, gifting NJ and Alfie a place, but that does mean. Oh, don't want to do that. That does mean Alfie loses the tail of NJ. And Gary now on the tail of Little Trev, although they've both spun in sympathy with Oh dear, that's not gone well for Little Trev. Just collecting the side of TMLS 313. Luckily doesn't go round. But all of them kind of like spinning in sympathy with NJ there. Peaceful Explosion is gradually pulling up towards the back, as I think this Don't Know Mate is in front of Tyler House as he's the back marker. Little Trev goes into Maggots in 9th place. He's going to have Peaceful Explosion behind him soon. Whether he can pull away is another matter. Although spinning at Brooklands doesn't help your cause. Someone asking to go on board with Dean. With Dean Wysocki. We'll have a look. Where is he to on the track? Is that Dean? Yeah, there's Dean. There's no bumper cam involved. It's just a roof. As we go on board, is he just trying to caress that throttle by blipping it? As we head up into Cops Corner, there's not what else going on over there. Oh, hello. That's a bit interesting from Dean. We're going to back away from Dean for the minute because we got TMLS with Little Trev and Peaceful Explosion looking to make a 3-way battle for 8th place with 5 minutes to go. Oh, and there goes little Trev again. And I think Peaceful Explosion also went, which is allowed, I believe. Who is that? Is that? Yes, that is Ben Phelan through as he laps them. Monkey Boy behind them, so that battle has just opened up more than courtesy of those mistakes. As Monkey Boy goes round. Question is that going to allow Dean Winsocki? Down Winsocki to Dean Winsocki. There we go, we'll get there eventually. Will that allow him past Monkey Boy? Oh, and that is Tyler. No, it's not Tyler, that is... Don't know, mate. Getting caught up behind. Monkey Boy is behind Dean Winsocki, though. Don't know, mate. Obviously spun around after getting caught up behind. Behind Dean. Little Leech still in third place. So I'm getting out of the way. I think that's Peaceful Explosion. And there's Deeks 45. A long way away now from the podium. Gary's into 5th at the moment. NJ, there's Alfie on the grass. NJ 6th, Alfie was 7th. Is he going to stay 7th? It looks like he will do, actually. TMLS not close enough at all. Little Trev, around again he goes, this time at Cop's Corner. Explosion in 10th. Don't know, mate. Letting Gary through. There's Swing Fins. Dean Winsocki. Wisocki. Dean Winsocki following someone. There's Monkey Boy behind. Just 2 minutes 50 to go. Smithy saying, come on, Little Leech, get second. It's going to be a tall task. He's got 3.1 seconds to make up on Tyler House, and Tyler House has been driving fairly well, although the last lap he lost 2.2. It looks like Little Leech is probably not at the best of laps this time around. Tyler House a 56.5. Little Leech 57.1, so a good lap from Little Leech, but 6/10 lost on that one. 2.7 behind. Going through Cops. Just 2 minutes 10 to go. Almost fairly spread out. There goes little Trev. He's had another spin or half spin through Cops. It's really weird. There's loads of cars on track, but no positional battle right now. The Little Trev and Peaceful Explosion could come close to having a battle soon. But Peaceful Explosion trying to get out of the way of the leading cars at the same time. Dean Winsocki currently 7 seconds ahead of Monkey Boy as Peaceful Explosion goes round. And yeah, that's ruined that battle, unfortunately, between him and Little Trev, although Little Trev might spin. Let's have a look at Little Trev. He's got a bit of history through Cop's Corner. Let's have a look. Completely off throttle. Yeah, he's got through it this time. He just off throttle all the way through there. Oh, hello. Dean Winsocki has gone behind Monkey Boy for the battle for 13th. So I see Dean making another mistake somewhere. 50 seconds to go. The Monkey Boy has now spun at Cops. He looks to get going again. And Phelan starts his final lap then. You haven't seen a lot of him. Little Leech has taken a bit of time out of Tyler House, but the cap stands at 2.3. Roar of the Carrera Cup cars. GT3 and Project Cars too. But it's going to be this man. He's been the bridesmaid a few times tonight, but this time Ben Phelan He's going to take the win in the British Touring Car Champ Porsche Carrera Cup GB. A fantastically driven race by him. Tyler House will come home in second place. Little Leach, after what looks like a bit of an issue during the race, will come home in third. Deeks 45. This battle not over though, because Deeks and Gary, interesting rejoin there from Deeks. Oh, and Gary's touching. They're both round, are they? Gary in the lead, but here comes Deeks. Around the outside of word cut. Gary looking to go underneath Deeks, not quite working out, and Deeks will take fourth place in the end from Gary. NJ, if he doesn't spin it here. It was definitely a very quiet race for Ben. He got in the lead and just disappeared, really. NJ coming through for sixth place. Alfie's finishing 7th, Team LS in 8th, Peaceful Explosion 9th. Right, provisional results then for your British Touring Car Chat Porsche Carrera Cup GB. Ben Phelan takes the win from Tyler House. Little Leach in third. Will keep his title lead, I believe, potentially. Deeks 45 is in fourth, Gary 5th, NJ 6th, Alfie 7th, TMLS in 8th, Peaceful Explosion 9th, Don't Know Mate is in 10th, Little Trev 11th, Swim Fins 12th, Dean Wisocki in 13th, Monkey Boy 14th and last. We do have one more race to go, and that's the main event of the night. Find the table for them. Here we go. It's the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship. We will have a new lobby set up, so I'll apologise for what happens in the next few minutes. When we get a invite through from Tyler. But the championship standings of the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship. Tyler House does lead the championship. He is on 36 points. Ben Phelan is on 33. Little Leach is on 31. Gary on 28, joint with Louis Matt. TMLS is on 17, with NJ also on 17. Monkey Boy is on 14, with Holty on 13. Dean Wisocki and Little Trev are joint on 11 points. Alfie is on 9. Deeks is on 8, with Swim Fins on 6. Don't Know Mate, BW Racing and Peaceful Explosion all have yet to score. So let's see, how have you all found the racing tonight so far before we head into the main one at the end of the night? It's been chaotic, I think is the best word. It's been some great racing, but also chaos all ensuing. This race is a 5-minute qualifying, 20-minute race. Blue screen just to see. Yep, there we go. We've got the invite in. So just waiting for everyone to get into the lobby. who's your bets on then for this race? The touring cars around Silverstone National. See Tyler House winning the last round. It's at Brands Hatch. Indy, what do you guys think? Who would your money be on for this race? Was on at all. Hi mate, yeah, this is online, so this is using the online lobbies in Project Cars 2 on the PS4. Mark and Jake, 1984, saying Gary's the one to watch around here. And the 1201607 saying, can you add Monkey O, please? Depends what on. Wilson, can join Xbox. You'd have to speak to Tyler House. If you go on Facebook, all the guys there, I think word is they do want to set up an Xbox division, but obviously don't know how many are there for it. But if you search on Facebook THR Touring Car League and post there, I'm sure one of the admin will respond to you. So I'm just awaiting a couple votes for Gary then. Monkey Boy is in the session, so he should be getting underway shortly. Have all the drivers. Gary saying super viewing, and thank you to his fans for the mentions. I wonder if Smithy's going to come back and say something. Probably putting his bets on Little Leach. Just waiting here. Hello Matthew, saying strong racing today. Gary, yeah, he's had a good day really. Gary's been caught up in a few things, but in general a very good evening for him. Position wise, very strong finishes. He's going to have his work cut out though in the touring car. This should be one of the closest races of the night. Smithy says, here we go. Qualifying coming up shortly. So qualifying gets underway for the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship, this Class B. Yeah, so Gary just disconnecting the clears and then having a drive through. Somebody to get overturned. But let's see what everyone is in. So Monkey Boy is going in the Astra. Alfie is in the BMW. Don't know mate, also in a BMW. Dean Oisaki is in an Astra. 009 is in a Mercedes. Swim Fins, like a Mercedes. Diggs is in a Mercedes. TML S313. That looks to me like an Astra for him. Louis Matt is in the Astra. NJ is in the Mercedes. Gary is in the Merc. It looks like Alfie's had a spin. Ben Phelan in a Mercedes. Little Leach also in a Mercedes. Little Trev also in a Mercedes. Peaceful Explosion in the Astra. And Tyler House in the Mercedes. Yeah. And Morgan Mercedes. Thank you, Smithy, for the kind comments. We're not over yet, so there's still time. But we are getting close to the main action. I can only assume that the McGann is banned for the reasons that it is absolutely OP. Tyler House is a little bit sideways. Let's go on board actually with Tyler. He's having a bit of a tussle with a green Mercedes there. Our current league leader in the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship. We're going to go for a lap round Silverstone with him. So you hit the brakes into Cops. Let's get the speedo and map up. So out of towards Maggots, a little bit late in. It's not quite as smooth as you like. Nice braking in a straight line. Oh, he's got that tucked in beautifully in third. He's going to run like that. Could be map invalidated. Yeah, there goes the slowdown in full force. Luckily, he's got time for another lap. Just finding himself some space. It's looking that way that the McGanns are banned. Probably because they are the quickest car in the class. They are almost untouchable. Louis Matt does currently have pole position though. .59.4 currently. Smithy gonna have to go with Little Each. Saving the best till last. Where is he at the moment in the standings of the grid? He's currently in 9th. He's having a bit of a battle with someone in another Mercedes. He doesn't go any quicker, probably because of that. And Ben Phelan down in 9th as well. So we've got some quick lads yet to make their move on the top of the order here. Gary is currently in 2nd. NJ is in 3rd. TMLS is in 4th. Alfie, the top BMW at the moment, he's in 6th. Deeks just across the line into 5th. Tyler House into 4th. Watching Little Each out of Luffield into Woodcut. And he puts it 4th on the grid. He's only 0.7 away from Louis Matt, but NJ, that's a great time by him. 0.014 away from Louis Matt in the Mercedes. Smithy saying NJ could be a surprise podium. At that pace, he could be a surprise winner. As he looks down the inside of someone, that's not going to end well, no. Time is up for qualifying. New Matt does go quicker, a 59.940. NJ's lap, I think, is pretty much done for. Unless he's had a... Gary puts in a pole position time. Out of nowhere, 59.3. 2/10 quicker than anyone on the grid. Yeah, what can Little Leach do? He does go quicker. He's now 0.573 off of Gary, but no movement in the standings. Peaceful explosion there in the Astra, staying in 9th. We have Alfie coming through. He's just gone wide. That, well, no, that could be connection things. So a bit of a spin at the end. So Gary puts it on pole position from Louis Matz. NJ starts row 2 alongside Tyler House. Little Leach is on row 3 with TMLS. Row 4, Deeks and Halty. Row 5, Peaceful Explosion, Monkey Boy. Row 6, Alfie and Ben Phelan. Row 7 is Don't Know Mates and Dean Wisocki. Swim Fins and Little Trev round out the back row. Little Trev not making a time. Smithy saying this is going to be good. Now Matthew, so no, not much between them. There is not. So the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship Silverstone National. We have the 3 red lights for the final time tonight. We're green. And someone's... That's a bit of a random way to go off the grid. I wouldn't have gone that way. But Gary, it's a good start. Tyler House. There's Louis Matt, and I fear he is about to disconnect again. That is a very laggy lagmobile. Oh, he's just clipped the curb. I think Louis Matt's just gone round. Bit of argy-bargy then through Maggots. Team SL getting bumped out, trying to get back on the track. Oh, someone's gone for a big crash on the Wellington Straight. There is big carnage, TMLS involved. Don't Know Mates and Ben Phelan involved in that as well. Tyler House has had a bad start as well. Deeks 45 looking for the move for the lead against Gary. Not quite going to... Was that against Gary or was it against NJ? That's against NJ, sorry. But instead he's going to get overtaken by Halty. This has been absolute carnage on lap 1 of the first 20 minutes. Halty going really wide, drifting almost through Cop's corner. Little Leach down to 7th. A lot of time left. Absolutely correct, Gary Smithy. A lot of time left as Little Leach up into 6th place now. Gary leads by 2.5 seconds to NJ. And it is Louis Matz being overtaken by Little Leach, but Little Leach has gone too deep. He has tapped Monkey Boy. Is that Monkey Boy? No. Who is that in the... There's Dean Wisocki in the yellow and blue Astra. Everyone's tries to use as many lines as possible out of Luffield. Oh, that's a slow car of Little Trev. Oh, Louis Matz, good save. Along with Halty. Little Leach up into 4th now. His next target is NJ, just 6/10 away, and he is fighting with Deeks at 45. As they go side by side down the Wellington Straight for the 3rd time. 17 minutes to go. NJ conceding the place initially. He goes slightly wide. They head into left field. Looking for that all-important run. It's an absolute Mercedes affair right now at the top four. Dean Wasocki, the first non-Mercedes driver. Meanwhile, NJ is still... Oh, NJ's got past. NJ has passed Deeks 45. This is going to allow Little Leach to get on them. Now the gap is 1 second. It's the only problem here with the slipstream that Project Cars gives you. So if Deeks and NJ aren't battling too hard through the corners, they'll gain time just by slipstreaming each other on the straights. But Little Leach not out of this by any stretch. Little Trev. It's being overtaken by TMLS. Into Brooklyn's on the outside, bit of contact. Here's Peaceful Explosion. Ben Phelan just getting in, running into the back then of Little Trev. Losing a spot, but gaining it right back as they go through Luffield. Bit of a squeeze on Peaceful Explosion. Peaceful Explosion loses out to Tilehouse, who is our current leader of the championship, I might remind you. Meanwhile, Deeks looks a bit deep into Maggots. Yeah, as I was saying, Little Leach is on his tail now, going down the Wellington Straight. So this will be for a podium position for Little Leach. Gary at the front, 59.8. He's pulling away, 3.6 seconds, and there's 15 minutes left as Little Leach tries more Tokyo Drift. Louis Matt is up into 5th. There's Holty, followed by Dean Wasocki. Tyler House going sideways into Luffield. It's cost him against Ben Phelan. Monkey Boy getting past Peaceful Explosion there. Ben Phelan. And he's a Little Trev. 3 wide maybe? Oh, Tyler House has cleared him already into Maggots. Smithy, I'm going to agree with you, this is much better than watching EastEnders. I don't know why anyone watches that. But Tyler House still under attack from Ben Phelan, even after he's got past. Let's check in with this battle because Little Leach is right on the tail of Deeks 45. Go through Woodcut. He's alongside into Cop's corner. Not quite alongside enough, and Louis Matt is catching them at a rate of knots. I think Little Leach having a slowdown, letting Louis Matt through. Probably not the worst idea here. Let Louis Matt create the gap against Deeks and follow him through. That could have been one of the smartest decisions of this race. Now I come up to the lap traffic now. Back through the field, Ben Phelan. And Tyler House still going at it for 8th place. Just behind him, TMLS. Oh, that was close. TMLS just losing control of the car. Going into Luffield. Luckily, getting the car to stop in time before hitting Tyler House. Up to Cop's corner. Oh, collision! Ben Phelan, Tyler House. Oh, that is hell. That's a save and a half from Tyler. Looked like Ben Phelan just coming back onto the track, collided with Tyler House. And I will say, Tilehouse doesn't have to give space for Ben to get back on circuit, because Ben was off the track of his own accord. Tilehouse absolutely within his right to keep to his line. Little Trev has retired from the session. Deeks getting a bit of a break here because Little Leach is almost attacking Louis Matt. Louis Matt, who flew up behind him, currents some lap traffic in the way. Little Leach banged on the outside. It's not quite worked. But second, third and fourth all have penalties to be accounted for. Dean Wisocki. These guys aren't battling so hard anymore. Although Louis Matt 1013, so he's definitely had a pull out last time around. We know he can do 59 seconds around here. NJ in the 59 seconds, he's on for a podium. That sneaky podium that Smithy was on about in the comments. 1 minute point 6. Louis Matt is getting dragged into a battle he just does not want right now. Oh, that's Dean Wisocki. God, early. That is probably the earliest I've ever seen a car go at Maggots. It's lost him 2 places at Tyler and TMLS. Meanwhile, Little Leach, Deeks, Louis Matt, they are all in one big fight for the final podium place because NJ is got away from them. NJ is about 5 seconds up the road here. We're already halfway through the race. We've now 9.5 minutes left. Time does fly when you're having fun in these things. Because let's face it, I know it's very competitive, but yeah, it's an absolute laugh to drive these things. They're great to drive. Not quite the best line there from Little Leach. Louis Matt almost looking to the inside. Dean Wisocki looking to try and make a move on TMLS. Behind you got Peaceful Explosion and Monkey Boy. They're now side by side coming down the Wellington Straight. So Peaceful Explosion dropping in behind. Matthew, I am commentating tomorrow as well for Group A. I am back tomorrow. Good, he's in that group. I'm glad you're liking the stream, bud. I'm glad. I do enjoy the touring car package, and that's someone who's had a spin. I don't know who that is. Looks like a back marker. But these guys are having an absolute battle royale as Louis Matt looking to the outside of Brooklands. Oh, that's going to be tight. And this could open the door for Little Leach if he gets the right line through Luffield. Louis Matt. Oh, and here comes Little Leach. He's looking to get the switchback done. Can't quite do it. Louis Matt just gets the throttle on earlier. Geeks, I'll tell you all at the end. It's too much action to try and cover. Oh, you're talking down on Matthew. There you go. Louis Matt still in the middle of these two. Though that could be the opening. The door opens. Louis Matt goes straight through it. Louis Matt. And now you can see him starting to pull away. we've got Dean Wisocki just behind TMLS, sorry. Oh, that's a big collision. Don't know, mate, into the back of Monkey Boy. So hard that Don't know, mate's car decided to jump around, and that allows Ben Phelan into 10th. He's having a bit of a bad race here for Ben. Tyler House not up where he should be either. He has still got 6 minutes, though, to try and get Holty for 6th place. Dean Wisocki going side by side with TMLS. TMLS looking to almost sell a dummy there to Dean. It didn't quite work. Dean just stayed where he was, but a tiny little touch there. Oh, big collision again into Laffield. Both cars coming together. Dean waiting up for TMLS. Good sportsmanship there. Into Laffield, just a collision. It just seemed a bit like one taking one line with the other taking the other. No real malicious intended there. But we have come on, a little each. Oh, he sent it down the inside. Collision. He licked the stamp and he absolutely sent it into Brooklands. And Deeks was not even remotely expecting that one. That is a cracking move from Little Leach. Deeks going wide, trying to get time back. We have just 4 minutes 25 to go. Gary is leading by 5.6 seconds. That makes that 5.7. But NJ did pull a second out of him last time around. Have a look, see if there's any other on-track battles. There's Piece of Explosion with Don't Know Mate, who's got an interesting looking compact version of the BMW Touring Car. Oh, he's gone really deep into maggots there. Almost taking out Peaceful Explosion. Holty's got past Deeks 45. Everything just kind of settling down right now. Although Monkey Boy might have Peaceful Explosion with him soon if he can pull out some more time. There's our leader. If you wondered what he looked like, we seems to be the subject of the day. The leader scampers away. 5.2 seconds. He is losing time gradually, is Gary, but there's not enough time really, I'd say, for NJ to get to him. Louis Matt's pretty set up in third right now. Little Lynch currently has Holty behind him. Here we go then, on board with Holty from the... He's thankfully given us access to his helmet camera. And Little Lynch running a little bit wide. Oh, Little Leach is locked up going into Maggots. Holty takes the opportunity, although I think he cut the corner. Unbelievable scenes. Holty cut the corner. He had to give the position back. Well, Well, it's still not over yet for Halty for 4th place. Still got a minute 52, which by my reckoning is another 2 laps. NJ's still closing in on the leader, but again, a minute and a half to go. He'd have to do something really special. Here's Tyler House. Go to lap, I think the swim fins. Let's have a look. Let's see who else is having a bit of a battle. Dean Wisocki and TMLS are still at it with a minute 15 to go. They enter Copse Corner. You're going hard. Up into Maggots. Is TMLS going to look for a move? He is looking for a move. He's going to slide one down the inside, has he? Nope. Dean covers the door. Gives him some hope and then shuts it in his face. He's going to look again. He's got the inside. Can't quite keep it though. The car looks very twitchy there. The car looked very, very twitchy for TMLS. Which it is. Here he is then. He's led from start to finish pretty much. He is going to win the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship. Gary 131 wins at Silverstone National, making a 3rd different winner in 3 races. NJ comes home for a fabulous 2nd. Louis Matt comes home in 3rd. Cracking result from him. Little Leach will hold on for 4th. Actually, he'll get 3rd with Halty in 4th because Louis Matt's taking some penalties. Deeks comes home in 6th. Tyler House, bit of a nowhere race for him as he flips the car. He'll be in 7th after Deeks' penalties. Dean Wisocki, he's going to come home in 8th place. He's had a great battle with TMLS. So it doesn't look as over. TMLS still trying to get him on the line. Can't quite get him though. He's finishing in 9th. Ben Phelan in 10th. A bit of a quiet race for him. Monkey Boy 11th. Goes up into 9th after some penalties are accounted for. So, provisional results of the BTCC Blueprints Touring Car Championship. Gary takes the win from NJ. Little Leach in 3rd. Halty in 4th. Louis Matt 5th. Tyler House is in 6th. Deeks 45 is in 7th. Dean Wisocki in 8th. Monkey Boy 9th with TMLS 313 in 10th. Ben Phelan is in 11th. Peaceful Explosion 12th. Don't Know Mate in 13th. Alfie 2499 in 14th. Swim Fins rounds us out for the final night of the race. There's been some cracking racing tonight. Gary an absolute dominant victory, really, in the touring car race. Little Leach, he's been fantastic all night. He's just not quite had the luck to go his way on some occasions. But either way, what a cracking night of racing we've had. And it gets better. We're going to do it all over again tomorrow. Class A will be out in action tomorrow, so we get to do all of this again, and it's going to be exactly the same chaos. It's just going to be fantastic. But from ourselves, obviously, thank you to everyone for watching. It's been hopefully you've all enjoyed tonight. It's been fantastic to watch. Thank you for your kind comments of the commentary in the stream. It's good to see you guys watching it, enjoying it. Obviously, if you are interested in the league, head to the THR Touring Car League Facebook page. I'm sure one of the admins there will get in touch with you if you send them a message. But we're going to do it all again tomorrow. It's going to be an absolute blast. So, on behalf of the THR, thank you to Register Football Excellence, Tin Top Racing UK, who was in the chat earlier, Hard Compound, British Touring Car Chat, and BTCC Blueprints. Thank you all for sponsoring the various leagues hosted tonight and tomorrow. But thank you all for watching tonight. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and do join us tomorrow for Group A as we go all again. Good night.